Today, I'm going to show you the best entry technique out there, how to enter a trade as a pro. So this is what we're going to do. With this entry technique, you're going to enter the trade on the wick. The entry is going to fall on the wick of the candle. People call it the sniper entry. That's how some people call it. I'm not going to talk too much. Let's go straight into the charts. First of all, kindly subscribe to the channel. Kindly subscribe to the channel below. So this entry technique works when you want to buy or sell from a level. That's after you've identified the level where you want to buy or sell from. So this is not a trading strategy. It's an entry technique. That's after you've identified your strategy. You now want to enter. This is how you would enter. So let me show you this example here. So for example, this is a level in the market. So price came here and price is still here. So based off of this, I want to buy from here going upwards. So I want to buy from here going upwards. So how do I find my entry? How do I get an entry that is going to be good enough, be on the wick and reduce my drawdowns? This is what I'm going to show you now. Yeah, so first, let's pay attention to the candles. Now, this is the massive red candle that came into the zone we want to buy from. So after that, we need to look for price to slow down. We need to look for a reaction from price to that level. So this is the level. So let me use this brush. So this is the level. So price has come down to the same level again. So we're looking to buy. So on this first candle here, this red candle is coming to the level. Now we need to see how price reacts to this old level here. So this first candle here is a reaction candle to the level. This is how price is reacting to the level. Price reacted by giving us a bullish, I wouldn't say this is no doji. So you look at it, price reacted to this level by giving us this. It's still slightly bullish. So we got our reaction candle to the zone. Now we still have to wait for a confirmation candle. So number one, a reaction candle, how price reacts to that level. Number two, a confirmation candle. So this second candle is now our confirmation candle to the level. This one here. Sorry about that. That wasn't so accurate. So yeah. So this one, yeah, this here is our confirmation candle. So this is confirming that price is staying at the zone. So reaction to the zone, confirmation candle, that price is staying at this zone and it's about to reverse. So the next candle is where we put our entry, which is this candle right here. This one here. This is our entry candle. Now, how do we enter this trade? So, mind you, when this candle opens, it opens from the top here. This candle opens from here because the last one closed there. So this one opens from the same place the last candle closed. So what happens is now you're waiting to enter on this candle, but which position, where would you enter? That is what I'm going to show you in this video. Yeah. So let me take you a little bit to a different location. Now let's start. So this is our first candle to the zone. This is our reaction candle. Number two, this is our confirmation. The price is staying at the price is respecting the zone. So our next candle is where we're going to enter the trade. So let's assume, okay, let me put this here for now. So on these wicks here, our entry, to get a sniper entry, to get an entry that's going to give us the minimum drawdown, our entry has to be below. We have to enter below these wicks. The entry has to be below this line here. the entry has to be below the body of the candles. So it has to be in the zone of these wicks. So anywhere around this zone, anywhere in here is where you're going to put your entry. All right, let me take that off and then we go into the entry. So when the next candle opens, the next candle is definitely going to open on where the last one closed, which is here. So when it opens, it can either go up or it can either come down. When the next candle opens, it can either go up or it can either come down. All we are looking for is whenever it comes down, when the next candle comes down into this zone here, the moment it comes down into our wick zone, the zone of the wicks, that is when we put our entry. So let me make it big and make it more self-explanatory. So, for example, if you put the entry here, for example, it can keep going down further. It doesn't matter. You've already done your entry. You leave it to run down. What I normally do if I want to get a sniper entry is I let this candle run down by going onto the lower time frame to monitor on the 15 on the 5 minute chart how this candle is going down. So on the 15 on the 5 minute chart, when it's going down and down and down, I let it go down until it begins to reject and begins to come up. So when it starts coming up, if you switch to the 1 hour time frame, it now begins to leave a wick. It now begins to leave a wick down here. That is when I now put my entry on the wick. So let me take everything off and illustrate how that looks. This is how it looks. So it looks this way and the entry is mostly around here. So price opened up there, came all the way down. I waited for it to go down and go down and go down until it begins to reject, until it starts to reject and begins coming up. That's when I put my entry somewhere around here and then it goes back up. Then all these looks like a wick or it forms a wick and then it goes back up. The next candle after this one opens here, comes down a little bit, let's say up to here, leaves a little wick here and then begins to form going up. On this chart here, so this current candle here, this one here, this is the entry candle. So when this candle opened from here, as at the point where it was coming down, you leave it to keep coming down, 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 down. And you monitor it on the lower time frame, like the 5 minutes or the 15 time frame. Then it got to the maximum low here. This is what it stopped going down. Then it started coming back up. So after this point, when it started going back up, this is the chance for you to enter. This is the chance for you to enter now when it started going back up. So on this line here, you could easily enter around here. That's your entry. And then your entry is here. It keeps going. It closes here actually. So the next one is going to open from here. And depending on what it's going to do, you can either come down as well or keep going up. So I'm just trying to show you the entire concept. That is the concept. Now, let's get to a few issues that people might have with this. So this is the issues that people are going to have with this. So someone could say, when this candle open here, what if it starts going up immediately? What are you going to do? So if it opens from here and it starts going up, the honest truth is you are not going to do anything. It means all your parameters have not been met for this entry. So you just leave it. there is this thing called FOMO where people are scared of entry. So because they've seen this, they've seen this, they've seen this, but price did not drop down into the weak zone for them to take that trade, they begin to force it. They now go and enter at the top here, and then price could, if you enter so far at the top here, it means where are you going to put your stop loss? Because stop loss here has to go down here. The gap here is way too much. So price can hit here, begin to come back down. It makes it too complicated. So you just have to stick to your strategy plan, your entry plan for everything to work. So in this situation, if price decides to go up without coming down into the weak zone, without coming down to any of these zones, personally, I just leave it, look for another trade that meets all my specifications. Unless you're not looking for a sniper entry, a good entry, an entry that can reduce your stop loss. Because with this entry, if you enter this trade here, your stop loss is just going to be around here, probably the lowest around here. This is no law. But if you get caught in this trade around here, what's going to happen to you is, if it begins to now trip down a little bit, you're going to be stretched when it comes to stop loss. That's why I trade with rules and regulations. If it's not on, if it didn't meet my parameters, what I'm going to do, I'll go straight to another chart that meets my parameters. It's that simple. So let me take you back to the small diagram here. Yeah, so the entry is going to be here. Entry is going to be here. And this candle can go off. And that is it. I would go to another chart as well, just to clarify things for you. Yeah, so this is another chart. Let me take that off. Yeah, so for example, look at this level here. So price tested here, price tested this place, tested it. So if you're trying to sell from here, this is your major bullish candle into the zone. Let me just make it bigger. So yeah, now. So this is your main candle into the zone. This is your reaction candle. This reacted to the zone. So this is your confirmation candle. This candle here gives you confirmation that price is actually staying in the zone. On your next candle of entry, this big entry candle here, the candle came all the way up here and into the weak zone where the wicks are. So for this entry, I call that zone the weak zone, W-I-C-K, the wicks of the candles. So this candle went all the way up here. So you can monitor this on the lower time frame. As up when this candle begins to reject on the 5 minutes or on the 15 minutes time frame, by the time it begins to reject and started coming down, you would have probably put your entry around somewhere here. And then leave it, meaning your stop loss goes way on top here. And that's all. And then leave it here to here. The drawdown you're going to get is just this low. That's all. Then it probably runs all the way down if no issues at all. One more at the bottom here. This one, for example. So this is another zone. This is zone here. And this is another zone here. Price is trying to respect this zone. So these came down to the zone. These gave a bit of a reaction to the zone. So reaction to the zone is this one. Confirmation is this one. We've got this new candle coming here. It came all the way to the bottom here. Then it rejected up. So that is also an opportunity for an entry. It's a nice opportunity for an entry as well. Yeah. So let me just show you real quick. This here. So when this last green candle started going down into the wicks here, it's a nice opportunity to jump in this trade somewhere along the lines of here. Around this area, you'd have jumped in here, put your stop loss below this point, and see what the market is going to do. Yeah, so there are a few times that you're buying here, you made your entry, price is going to get past your entry and go down. What this entry helps you to do is, if price takes your stop loss, apparently your stop loss from here to here is actually very low. So that is not a lot of a loss. But if you enter this trade from the top here and you put your stop loss here and price takes it, this is like half of what price was going to take. That is why we do these sort of entries, sniper entries, entries on the wick. So your stop loss is low. It reduces your losses. Your drawdown is just minimum drawdown. I do this all the time, and I need you to watch this video over and over and over again to understand the concept of these kind of entries. It saves you money, it saves you time, and this is very easy to do. It gives you minimum drawdown. Thank you. I'll just go back now. Yeah, so I guess everything is self-explanatory. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Kindly subscribe to the channel. See you later.